Are you feeling like a zombie lately? Tired of the same old energy drinks promising the world but delivering the jitters and a crash? Look no further than Sneak Energy, your secret weapon for all your energy needs. With all natural ingredients, Sneak will give you all the energy you need to boost through your day without feeling like a lab rat on caffeine. Don't believe us? Try it yourself and see what a difference it can make to your routine. So what are you waiting for? Hit the link in the description and pick up your Sneak Starter Pack today. Now enjoy the clip. News because of course Manchester United have got a game tomorrow. We've got an Erik ten Hag press conference at lunchtime, but there's a few stories to go into. First of all, it's coming out from in relation to Harry Kane that Manchester United are very much still in for Harry Kane and do like the idea of signing him, but they're becoming more and more aware of how difficult this deal will be, to the extent that they are considering other targets as more likely than Harry Kane. Why is this? Well, it's a culmination of things, really, and none of it's to do with who the owner is. I personally think if we get Sir Jim, we'll buy Harry Kane. I think if we get Al Thani, we could buy Harry Kane. So I don't think this is actually exclusively to do with Glazers, Sir Jim or Al Thani. I think Harry Kane could sign in any scenario. The problem that Manchester United have got is the obvious problem that Manchester United and Spurs, it would be protracted. You're dealing with Daniel Levy. I mean, somebody said last night, we'll never get Kane anyway, because if Sir Jim gets hold of the club, Al Thani will buy Spurs and then we'll never get Kane. I think that's a bit far-fetched. I don't see that happening this summer. But what I do see happening is that Spurs will reluctantly sell Kane eventually, but it will take all summer and they'll want huge money. And Man United won't want to spend huge money, so it will go all the way to the end of August, like we've said. That is a problem. But another fly in the ointment is that although that is going to make it very difficult and could be a reason why Man United move away, there is growing belief and confidence that Harry Kane could sign a new deal at Spurs. He won't do it at the moment until he knows who the new manager is, but there is growing speculation that he will sign and consider, not sign, he will consider signing a new deal. Now that is quite big in itself, and that's a major blow for Ten Hag and Manchester United if they want Harry Kane, because they have to work on the theory that Harry Kane absolutely doesn't want to stay at Spurs, and then they get on with the long protracted battle with Spurs, always knowing that Kane wants to leave. But this new angle is that actually Harry Kane is quite agreeable to talk to Spurs, look at what the project is, who the manager's going to be, and potentially sign a new contract. Well, if that's the case, Manchester United have to just step away, because even if Harry Kane is like, I want to leave, he won't say it publicly, of course, but even if Harry Kane is saying to Man United, I want to come to you, crack on, and I'll tell them privately I want to go, that will still take ages. It's going to take ages, yeah? But if Harry Kane's sort of like, well, I might sign a new deal at Spurs, United can't get involved in that. They can't do a De Jong. They can't spend all summer chasing somebody who actually might want to stay. So it could be a very significant blow in the Harry Kane to Spurs deal. And that would surprise me, because I've always felt that this was a logical deal for everybody, but we'll have to wait. Anyway, we'll come back to that in a minute, because I want to just get through some of the transfer news, because it is a news show. So that's the latest with Harry Kane. There is a bit of a concern now that he is open to signing a new deal with Spurs. He's certainly open to talking to Spurs and their future plans. United were already going to face a very long summer trying to get a player that wanted out. They're now facing a very long summer with a player that might want to stay. And this is now pricking up the ears of United, going, this might be a deal that we just avoid. Let's wait and see. So Manchester United in the last 24 hours have been linked to two goalkeepers. Sommer, who apparently has a gentleman's agreement with Bayern that when Manuel Neuer comes back and is number one, he can leave. Now, we were linked to Sommer, the Swiss goalkeeper, back in January. Now, Sommer's a good goalkeeper. I don't dislike Sommer. I do think he's a good goalkeeper, and I do think he's capable of coming in and challenging De Gea. The problem with Sommer is that there's an age problem there. I mean, he's no spring chicken. He's not a goalkeeper for the next 10 years. Even if he took De Gea's spot, which I don't know whether he would, I think he could challenge De Gea, but they're both around the same sort of age. Now, the goalkeeper that caught my attention, and I don't know loads about him, is Bart Verbruggen, who is an Anderlecht goalkeeper. He has made his debut for the Dutch, obviously Dutch, Ten Hag link. Now, interestingly, he was a player that nearly went to Burnley. Obviously, Vincent Kompany, I think, was managing Anderlecht, so may have known a lot about him. I know next to nothing about this player, so I can't say, oh, I've been watching him for ages. But I did find a quote from his Anderlecht coach, Brian Riemer, who said that Bart plays with the charisma of a goalkeeper who has already played more than 300 matches at the highest level. He's also seen as, I think he's 6'4", and he's seen as a modern goalkeeper. There's a lot of interest in him. Obviously, he's still very young, but he is just starting out. I mean, I personally think that this, if you're asking me whether I'd prefer that guy or Sommer, I go with that guy. The what's his name? Verbruggen, or however you pronounce it. Type of goalkeeper, I think. I call it the Lefont option. Basically, a young goalkeeper with loads of potential who has the ability, and is already playing first team football, to come to Manchester United, learn the ropes alongside De Gea, whilst also challenging him and eventually taking his spot. That, to me, is far more appealing than Sommer, who may well take De Gea's spot, and certainly will challenge him, but they're around the same age, and that just doesn't work. Dean Henderson and De Gea didn't work because Dean Henderson was never shutting up about wanting to be number one. There was no working together. There was no, passing of the baton, as you might call it. Whereas I think if you brought a goalkeeper in like this Burt guy, he's going to want to learn the ropes at United with De Gea, and slowly but surely, I think there would be a passing of the baton with De Gea working alongside him. That's what I've always wanted. So, do I think we'll sign that goalkeeper in particular? I don't know. I really don't. We've been linked to so many goalkeepers, it's ridiculous. But I do find that sort of thing quite intriguing. Of course, I know next to nothing about this goalkeeper, and I'm going off the fact that, there's a few clubs that quite like him. He nearly went to Burnley. He looks like a really good goalkeeper for the future. But the key things for me is if we're going to buy a goalkeeper, please make them be a goalkeeper that can play out from the back, because if they can't, then we're just back where we are now with these fans that are obsessed with it.